Leela Bug is the new.
It was just all strength and schedule.
Yeah, it was pretty much. Your strength and schedule was significantly better than theirs. So.
Yeah.
Oh, because I played Scott and then I played Liz. That's really weird though, because how did Matthew come on?
He was middle of the pack.
What was he playing? What were you playing? Yeah.
Playing like cutesy blue sun.
Oh, were you playing off the grid? Were you playing off the grid?
Yeah. So jank.
Okay, anyway, so this is Victor, the winner of tonight's tournament. So he played tonight Leela Patel as well as the Foundry build. You were one of the only two people playing on Spyroid specifically in the Foundry.
Yeah.
Cool, interesting. Why don't you tell us about that?
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's talk about the Foundry deck first.
Yeah.
The Foundry deck was obviously, as everyone knows, the latest data pack that got revealed.
Right.
It was I think it was Merlin was the final. I'll say.
Okay.
Merlin was the final the final piece of ice that completed. I don't know if there's any
Right.
other one.
Yeah. I think that's fine. Excalibur is the only one, and that's not even a good ice.
So what I decided to do was build basically an Engineering the Future Red Coats Glacier deck.
Right.
Except instead of having the economic advantage that Engineering Future gets with the installs,
it has the card advantage.
The card advantage, and not only card advantage, but more consistency.
Right.
And so what I also discovered, because I didn't do a whole lot of play testing, at least with the Foundry side of the deck, in the last couple of days, was the fact that you can threaten a turn one kill.
Yeah, with Merlin specifically.
That's right. I know that you guys saw it on camera with me
and Aaron.
Aaron with all
for
his
6
cards.
net.
He was smart enough to draw the card before he ran.
Yes.
But actually, my round one opponent, during my Corp game, right? He just died on the first turn because he just wasn't aware, right? So I was lucky enough to have Merlin in hand, and then install Merlin R&D.
Right, and then you pull the next Merlin.
Yep, you just tutor for it, and then you show them the 2, and then if they don't have any form of perfection,
and that's it. Yeah.
But beyond that, I think it's not as good as Engineering the Future.
Cool.
Either that, or I didn't build it as properly.
Yeah.
The idea was originally it had Executive Boot Camp.
Okay.
Right? And because for some reason I thought everybody was going to play Leela, so I thought, hey, this is going to be a good way to counter that build.
Yeah, because you can
res everything.
Yeah, everything.
And then in addition to that, it was
you also get the Foundry draw.
Yep, the Foundry draw and peak efficiency. Right, so it's trying to use that as sort of like a late game economy card to get that final few credits.
You changed that like last couple days?
That's right. So I cut it to 1 peak efficiency, and then just try to run it as a normal glacier. But unfortunately, what had happened, at least in a couple of my Corp games, was both the opponents that beat me were Anarch, right? And just a lot of multi-accessing, keeping my economy down, parasiting everything.
Yes.
Right? So next dice isn't very good if the runner stays on the ball and decides to parasite everything, so the strength is never higher than 1 or 2, and then the number of subroutines on next over.
Okay, talk about Architect a little bit. How does it make...
Actually, as far as Architect goes, I'm not a huge tournament player, right? I mostly run tournaments as most people in Torso I know. But this is actually my first time using Architect.
Yeah.
Right?
How do you like it?
Architect, I think, is really good in a Glacier build because it allows you, if you have a lot of economy assets, to replay them.
Yes.
Right? So you bait an economy asset, force in the trash, so you don't have it, right? They spend money. And then later on they run one of your centrals, or even actually what I discovered with the game against Eric, you could even protect one of your economy assets with an Architect, right? Most of the time they're going to run it just to see what it is, right? They usually don't assume it's going to be very punishing ice, right? So you get a little bit extra value out of that.
Yeah, for sure.
But aside from that, I think the Glacier build, at least the Foundry Glacier build, would have benefited a little more from actual ETR regs rather than just annoying taxing regs.
What ETR regs were you running? Just Rainbow?
And Rainbow and Galahad, and obviously next Silver and Bronze.
Yes.
Right? Galahad, usually you never want to play, you just want to in hand. Right?
It's not a very good piece of ice.
That's right. Merlin is the one you want in play because it's a higher strength Kogate, and in this relatively youngless field, you don't have a lot of players exploiting that. Right.
Did you play anybody running Refractor?
No stealth builds. Although I was playing against Quetzal, I think. Scott in round 3 is playing Quetzal.
Sure.
And that's when I realized Rainbow is actually the worst
Rainbow
card.
is
You can play against him.
Yeah, for sure. Leela, you want to talk about that just a tiny bit?
Okay, sure. Leela is actually the more interesting deck that I came up with. Obviously, it was more of a collaborative effort.
Yep.
So everyone around here knows Dean and the fact that he streams, and the last couple of days he's been working on a Leela build.
Yep.
Right. So lots of iterations, right?
Yeah, he ran it today, in fact, although he didn't do quite as well.
Yeah. I think he was running more of a doppelganger build.
Yeah, they look like it.
Yeah, I think
you had logos, right?
That's right. So he was like, basically, I think that doppelganger build is sort of maximizing all in on one run, whereas my build, at least the way I think I built it, was very reactionary, right?
Yeah.
So
nice and consistent.
The analogy I use is sort of like a snake coiled to strike, right?
Yeah.
So you spend a lot of turns just setting up, right? You probe a little bit, right? So that they don't spend all their turns gathering economy, because you can't let them run away with it.
Yep.
But you want to keep 1 or 2 centrals unresed, and that's determined by what's in your hand. So if I already had like a legwork or maker's eye, I'm not gonna attack that server, right? And then you have to sort of feign a position of weakness to allow them to get to a position where they think they have a scoring window.
Right.
Once they have a scoring window, you attack the central. You unres the ice 2. Or
I noticed until your match was in danger of going to time, Aaron was playing very conservatively against Leela. Were you having a hard time trying to getting him to bite on getting scoring down?
No, I know that RP usually what they do, like most control decks, right, is that they'll establish an economic stranglehold and then they'll
which is why you prioritize trashing his economy assets.
That's right.
Hostile infrastructure did work on you though.
Actually, I was a little bit surprised. I don't know if that's standard in RP builds now.
Okay.
But as soon as I saw them res it, I realized that it's not worth it to trash it.
It's supposed to be a puck.
Is it? Yeah. He told me that later that it was supposed to be a puck. But actually, I mean that's an interesting thing to consider as a one-up, right? Because he had a bunch of interns, bunch of ways to get it back.
Yeah. Caprice Nisei, even if you win, you still don't take a net.
Right. So I had the Mimic out. I had like a Fairy out. So I realized as long as I kept a decent amount of cards in my hand,
you were pretty safe.
Ping me, right? Just get the important cards out of your hand into play first, then do the runs, right? So yeah, I think definitely what helped me win was a little bit of luck at the end with
the future
run. 20 seconds.
Right, 20 seconds. Very nice. Still, victory's a victory. One last thing.
Yeah.
Do you think Leela is actually going to be a good runner, top tier moving forward, or do you think that it'll always be supplanted by Andy's consistency and Gabe's ability to thread in all 3 centers?
So I think that what's happening right now is that a lot of corps don't know how to play against Andy.
Okay.
So that could be because all the corps I played against, the servers I wasn't running on, the central servers I weren't running on, they would never install more than 1 or 2 pieces.
And then once that ice goes back to hand.
Yeah, exactly. So it's especially devastating to steal more than 1 agenda a turn.
Yeah.
Right? You're bouncing multiple pieces of ice, or even unscored agendas that they've advanced.
Right.
So you cause a tip of it.
Yeah.
But I feel like with any ID that has a unique angle of attack, at some point people are going to, once it becomes more prevalent,
just like Kits, just like Ian, that kind of thing.
Right. So you might see more Lisa's Toy Box build glaciers, or
Executive Boot Camp.
Executive Boot Camp, which is a popular card anyway. Yeah. It's like what they call splash damage against Leela. Yeah. So I think that my success, I think largely has to do with the fact that it's a pretty unorthodox strategy.
Yes.
Of not the hyper aggressive siphon you did.
More of a mid range control Leela.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Thanks very much for talking.
Thanks so much.
Thanks again. Yeah. And thanks very much, stream, for watching. Have a good night. But I had doppelganger. Good night.